room.
What room?
Your computer.
No. What?
You want me up to show? Get my spaghetti. Anything we watch this prison break.
It's not that bad.
It's gonna give me.
It's a good movie. A good show.
I'm gonna get what brings joy to watching people do things. Yeah, that's a police movie. Yeah, that's mine. That's a police movie where there's good guys. Yeah, but they don't kill people in Castle half the time. Is Bailey on this?
Mm-hmm.
You can tell I'm walking out.
Oh, I like hearing Jacob talk back and forth. That was awesome.
Are we just letting them watch that before we do the call?
I'm on the call. You can do whatever you want. I'm okay letting him watch until we get done. If Bo's attitude picks up. Okay. If not, then I think he needs to go to bed. But
I will handle it.
yeah. He sounds like a chipmunk. Nice. Good job, Mary. Yeah, I saw that, Sean. We still hadn't put in a couple of scores either. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna play the scoreboard game this year, I think. I'm gonna hold off on posting our scores until needed. He got 255, and then Krista was in the 240s. Most of them did, Doyle. Yeah, I'm holding on to Krista and JT right now. Freddie did worse. Jill did 2 reps worse. Kelly Hayes did much better. Um, I'm probably not gonna redo it unless we drop substantially over the next couple of days or next couple hours, really. All right, I got 8:30, so we're gonna rock and roll with this thing. Teresa, how you feeling? Iffy? Yeah? I mean, like surviving or still feel like crap?
I feel better than I've been feeling, but I don't feel great yet.
Yeah.
I
Good.
haven't worked out in 7 days.
So first day back, 16.1. All right. That'll be fun. Ask Sean how his butt feels. It's still on fire. All right. Gonna rock and roll tonight. I know Jenny's gonna want to talk a little bit about Friday Night Lights tonight and tomorrow at the staff meeting. We got a lot of work to do for Friday Night Lights to be a success for the next 4 weeks. I think it went okay on Friday. If I was gonna grade it, probably give us like a C plus on Friday Night Lights. I think a lot of things could have been better, but a lot of things could have been worse. So it was about average uh, for expectations, I guess. So we'll work a little bit to make that better, but you can't do anything about the workout, so we just got to make the most of it. Um, we're going to continue on. So we know that's pending on Friday of this week. So I'm going to start there. Friday this week, same idea as last week. We're going to keep the classes the same. So there's going to be the 6:15, 7:30, and 9 a.m. class. All right. So I guess that's just me, Kaylee, and Tracy. Um, if people are wanting to do the workout, I think the way we handled it last week was perfect. So you have folks that want to do the workout, they can. If they want to do the movement prep for it to kind of get ready, I think that's totally fine too. I think taking people through a good warm up for that workout, giving them some ideas they can use for the evening, is going to be better. Oh, excuse me. Um, I will have a warm up set for all the athletes to do on Friday. We're guessing that this Friday is going to be substantially shorter, so the need for the warm up is going to be greater. Because of that 20-minute Metcon, I mean, hell, if you do the first set of lunges, you're pretty much warmed up. Like, shoulders need to be warmed up, but that's about it. So we're gonna have a warm up posted and get ready to rock and roll. Hopefully a little bit quicker than last time. All right, let's get it back to Monday this week. We got 3 hard training days in a row on purpose. One kind of lighter training day, and then it's go time. Monday, workouts from the CrossFit website a couple weeks ago. Liked it. Really liked this workout as far as what we want to accomplish with the capacity piece. This is an all-out go effort type workout. So 90 double unders into 9 muscle ups, or chest to bar pull ups, or regular pull ups. I'll kind of let you scale it for your athletes. And then 9 dumbbell clean thrusters. So cluster. All right, so they have a dumbbell in each hand. They will be cleaning both dumbbells at the same time and then thrusting both dumbbells as well. All right, then they're going to go to 80 double unders, 8 muscle ups, chest to bar pull ups or pull ups, and then 8 clusters. And 70 double unders, 7 muscle ups, chest to bar pull ups or pull ups, and then 7 dumbbell clusters. If you want to scale the push-ups, if you want to scale the chest to bar pull-ups, you totally can. So I would do like 18, maybe, or a reasonable number. For the 9 muscle-ups in that first set, we're looking to go unbroken for the ninjas and 2 sets for the guys that can link muscle-ups together. And so that's kind of what we're shooting for here. So like a big set of chest to bar pull-ups, maybe 12 is appropriate, maybe 18 is appropriate. I'll kind of let you pick based off of who you have going. Okay, and then the dumbbell cluster is totally up to you as far as the weight goes. Totally up to the coaches and the athletes as far as weight goes. All right, as soon as the workout is over, as soon as everybody's done with the workout, we're going to give these guys around 5 minutes. It's not necessarily a hard cap at 5 minutes, but I do want it to be kind of a sprint through this, working up to a heavy clean for the day. So this is a barbell clean. It shouldn't be, more than like 5 or 6 attempts. And this is just cleaning, so we're not taking anything overhead. So after the workout's over, put the dumbbells up, pull the barbells out, and let these guys just work up, kind of get some pressure built for a clean. All right. Questions on Monday? All right, Tuesday. We have a 20-minute, every minute on the second minute workout. All right, if you do the math, we're going to do 50 total heavy deadlifts and 100 total push-ups. All right, it says heavy deadlifts, 275 and 195 or 185 is heavy for most of our athletes. All right, so it's going to be heavy for them. I want it to be a moderate to heavy weight. So it shouldn't be impossible to do 5 in a row. All right, they should be able to do all the sets unbroken. But it should be uncomfortable to do these repetitions. So we're looking for a sprint for about 30 seconds. So 5 deadlifts, 275 is what we're saying, and then 10 push-ups. This should take athletes around 30 seconds to do. So 30 seconds of an all-out effort work, and then they get to rest for a minute and a half. I want you to coach the athletes to write down their split times, all right, to see if they can maintain the same time for each of the 10 rounds. All right, so it's about a 30-second work, minute and a half rest. You should be fully recovered. What's going to give out first is going to be the push-ups on most people. If you got to scale those right away. If you can't do 10 push-ups unbroken, you're not going to do 10 push-ups unbroken in this workout. Go ahead and scale that to 7, 5, 3, whatever you need to for the individuals.
So not, yeah.
Cool. And then conditioning piece on Tuesday. It was going to be sled pushes, but we put the sleds up for Friday Night Lights, and it just seems silly to bring them back out for just the cash out. So an easier cash out is going to be on the air down. Have you never done this particular workout before on the air down? It sucks. If people do this right, they will not want to get back on the bike for their second and third round. It is 1 minute all out. So you have a minute on the air down as hard as you possibly can. You will go to muscle failure. That's what we want. We want folks to get on there and they start out like gangbusters for about 30 seconds, and then they hit that lactic wall and they just cannot move it any faster. All right, we want that. We want them to get super uncomfortable on the bicycles. And they're going to rest for 3 minutes and not want to get back on the bike. And then they're going to do it again. All right, they're going to do that again after that too. Cool? It's a crappy protocol, but it is so good for them. All right, on Wednesday, we're going to do our max aerobic power day. So it's kind of a map work Wednesday. 5 minutes on, 2 minutes off. Easy run, 100 meters. Come back in. You got box jumps. Just be wary of the Achilles on the box jumps because you're running fairly short distance, so it's fairly high speed. You're coming right in to do box jump. Just make sure you warm that calf area up. Achilles, front side, that tibialis. Make sure you get all that stuff warmed up. And then they're going to go into something easy on the gymnastic end, just 5 toes to bar. So somebody that's got box jump, they can rebound box jumps. You're looking at like probably over around a minute. There should be some 6s in this particular workout, I think. So that's parts A and C. And then part B is going to be 100 walking lunge steps. All right, if you have a big class, they can absolutely do it in place, but this will be a good complement to 16.1. It should be a lot easier to do 100 lunge steps than it was to do the workout on Friday. So this is meant to be done as fast as possible, and part B, when they get done with it, they can rest the remainder of the 5 minutes plus the 2 minutes to rest before they go into part C. They'll just get their legs a little fried for the second round of running and box jumps. Remember on these max aerobic power workouts, okay, you're looking at maintaining A and C scores as close as you possibly can. So we don't want you to go all out on part A and then completely lose it for part C. if you can think about like gear shifting in a car, you have first through fifth gear being overdrive. All right, you want to get about fourth gear on this particular workout. So, you're cruising nice and easy. You're not redlined at all. You're not flooring it whatsoever, but you're still going fast. Like, I want you to move through this thing, but it shouldn't be at an all-out frantic pace. Good, and then afterwards, the last extra work for the week is going to just be some hollow and arch hold work, just some positional stuff for us. Probably going to see some sort of core movement this week, I'm guessing. If it's going to be handstand push-ups and cleans again for Friday Night Lights, we'll see, but this is never going to hurt anybody. Just doing some 30-second works here, so just flip-flop back and forth, hollow holds for 30 seconds, arch hold for 30 seconds, so forth and so on. Just 3 rounds of that. All right, Thursday, we've got a partner chipper. I'm kind of excited about this particular workout. I like it. We did something similar on Wednesday night with a comp team, and they loved it. It was it was a lot of fun, a lot of hard work, but nobody was thrashed for the next day. So teams of 2, if you have a potential for a third person here, you can absolutely do a 3-person team. Don't even worry about adding repetitions to it. Just get them to go faster. All right, so you have 90 barbell only hang power snatch. All right, so me and Jenny are partners, flipping back and forth. We're just going 90 reps, so 45 apiece. It should be pretty quick. You should be able to rock that out pretty fast. All right, and then 90 overhead squats, just the barbell. All right, and then 90 sit-ups. So it'll be watch the pattern here. It'll be kind of like a barbell movement, another barbell movement, and then a gymnastic movement. So then we have 80 hang power cleans. So we're bringing that grip in. 80 barbell push press. Then 80 barbell floor wipes. So just the barbell. These are going to be hard with just the barbell. All right, when you have weight with the floor wipes, it kind of weights your shoulders down. But this will be a little bit harder, but it is light. You should be able to go pretty fast with this. For the floor wipes, the touch your feet to the bar is going to be 1 rep. So left plus right does not equal 1. Left equals 1. Right equals 2, 3, 4.
What scale would you give for someone who didn't have good core control, was slamming their feet on the ground and losing midline stability?
And they would just do like a candlestick. So just laying down candlesticks. If you got somebody that can't hold the bar and twist and touch their feet to the collars, absolutely holding on to the edge of a pull-up rig doing a candlestick is probably the best thing.
It's probably about a third of your class,
Yeah.
at least.
If you want to make it a true partner workout, they can do the candlestick with a partner. So Jenny's standing over me, my back's on the ground. I'm hooking her feet with my hands, and I'm actually going to like bring my feet up to her, and she can either gently just throw them down, or she can just
Side to side,
just
too.
touch them. She can do a little bit of side movement if she wants to. Just kind of depends on the partners. Then you're going to go into 70 bent over rows, so like a pin lay row almost. So just bent over barbell. You can go double overhand grip. You can switch the grip around if you want to. It's totally up to you. Then you have 70 bar facing burpees. Right? People should know what these are from Friday Night Lights, but no push-ups on the bar facing burpee. So these will be super, super fast. And then 70 barbell flutter kicks. Right, so what we want is the barbell up in that floor wipe position, so the top of the bench press, and then your feet are going to be off the ground, and you're just going to scissor kick your feet up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right? You like my little scissor feet? That's good. Questions there? Okay, there's no extra work on Thursday, or Friday, or Saturday. Friday, again, like we said, is Friday Night Lights. All right? And then Saturday, I think this past Saturday worked pretty well. We just changed a little bit of the pull-ups. So folks didn't have to do pull-pull. They didn't have to go pull up on Friday night and then pull up on Saturday. We got a pretty good workout planned, but If this is the week they're going to repeat the clean and handstand push-up, we probably won't do this workout at all, but it is going to be posted for right now. So it's a 16-minute EMOM. You're going to change stations every minute. It'll be a 10 or an 8-calorie row. It'll be strict pull-ups for 3 to 5 repetitions. It'll be push press 8 to 10. You can do, depending on the person, you can do anywhere between like barbell and 95 or 115 on that push press weight, and then handstand push-ups. So it's basically going to be horizontal row, vertical row, and then it's going to be 2 vertical presses in a row. So if you want to scale the push-up, handstand push-ups are going to be 5 to 10 repetitions. You can do deficit. Yeah, it's going to be push press and handstand push-ups. I'm guessing it's going to be the clean handstand push-up repeat workout from last year. Yep. We were pretty on the money last week. I think Wags called it pretty well. Okay, questions with the week's workouts? What meme would you do? What was it? Oh. Oh, yeah.
Mm.
All right.
Some people. All right. Don't go anywhere. I need your help on this. Hey, guys. I want to spend a second going back through the programming, and we're going to go a little bit of Big Kahuna style for a second here. Couple of things I'm going to call somebody out. I'm going to have you give me your whiteboard speech for these workouts. Couple things I want you to keep in mind. Did I go back to the video? Thanks. Get them to leave feeling better than how they came in. Make sure they feel successful in the workout regardless of how they had to scale it. And then give me your strategy for how you're going to have brand new CrossFitters in the class if there were 20 people. All right, so Kaylee, I think you're probably one of the strongest on this, so I'm going to have you go first for Monday. Make sure that the intention of the workout is explicitly clear. You game? And then I'll call on the other folks. Go ahead.
Say the 3 again.
Oh. The intention of the workout. Explain the scaling in such a way that people feel successful scaling it. And the strategy for having a handful of brand new people in a 20-person class. Oh, good Lord.
Okay, so I'll start with scaling. We'll start with the intention. Intention of the workout is to move relatively quickly through the double unders on the rope. With scaling with like the muscle up and pull ups, I would want new people to be able to do their version unbroken for the pulling movement. But for somebody that is like has a muscle up, at least, I would want them to do like maybe 3 muscle ups in the first round and then finish with chest to bars, just so that if muscle ups come up in the open, they're able to kind of work on that. Otherwise, normally I would say do an unbroken scale with that, or challenge yourself on that one because it's fewer repetitions. And then for the dumbbell clusters, depending on the athlete, I would want them to go a little bit heavier because of the fewer repetitions. So I'm imagining this workout being like 12 minutes or less, if not 10 minutes or less. As far as scaling options go, for people who do not have double unders, I would not say that this is a good one to attempt with. I would rather them do like 3-for-1 or 2-for-1 singles, just get them moving. Like double unders need to be like a high heart rate into a more challenging skill-driven movement. And then for people that don't ideally I wouldn't do ring rows. Like for 7:30 tomorrow, I'm able to adjust people to very specific pulling movements. But somebody in a bigger class, I would have like 2 or 3 subs for that pulling movement and not individualize it as much, if that makes sense. Like if it's a huge class, here are your 3 options. Choose the one that is challenging but you can get through, if that makes sense.
Yeah, the rings won't be set up. Like, just the muscle up rings are going to be there. All the other rings are off. So
Then I would do like a challenging jumping pull up with some of those if we have boxes and bars out, since the rings aren't set up. And if
Huge.
jumping pull ups are like super easy for them, I would go jumping chest to bar just to get an extra jump.
Yeah, I was reminding the coaches, so if you were planning on doing ring rows, like, if you want to do that for your class, make sure you come early and set those up because they're not going to be set up. Because I'm not going to use them, and I don't think Kaylee will either in the morning time.
Yeah, I think you could do that assisted pull-up with a bar in the rack, but it's going to take up 3 racks to do it. That means it's going to take up 3 pull-up bars from somebody, so letting them share on that, I think, is okay. Yeah, good skill. So someone who's brand new in class is still going to feel awesome walking out, having done singles, having done assisted pull-ups, and lighter dumbbell clusters.
I'm even imagining like some people with limited range of motion, instead of tapping the head of the dumbbell to the floor, setting up jerk blocks and having them either tap it to a higher object or even just start from like a hanging position. Because I was thinking about that already. Not everybody's going to be able to tap the head of the dumbbell to the ground and safely clean those dumbbells.
Right. Okay. Good. I'm gonna see if anyone wants to volunteer for Tuesday. I'm gonna go a little quicker here. If not, I'm gonna call somebody. Is that Teresa? Way to raise your hand, Teresa. Let me hear it.
So, no. The intention, I would say, is to go hard for 30 seconds because you're going to have 30 seconds of rest. So don't sandbag on the deadlifts. Try and do a challenging weight. For push-ups,
Stop for a second. Reword, don't sandbag on the deadlifts. Give me a better way of saying that.
Hold on. My thing keeps turning off. Just challenge yourself. Don't go too light where you're flying through them. Make it hard, but don't make it where you're having to set it down, walk back up, set it down, walk back up. Push-ups, I would say, if you can maintain a good plank position, do it. I always say do as many planks as you can, and when then your form breaks, then go to your knees. But if you have to go your knees the whole time, then that's fine. Let me see. I also would say, like, use your, rest time to, like, get your heart rate back down. Don't do that, like, runners, fall over. You got to keep your chest up and open the entire time to get your heart rate down. For somebody new, I would just kind of spend a little time with them on deadlifts and just kind of see where they feel comfortable doing 5 in a row, keeping in mind that they're going to end up doing 50 total. So probably just watch their form, have them go through 5 and just see if they can maintain that form. And then just watch them during the WOD. If they start breaking the form, just pull some weight off their bar. For the push-ups, really, there isn't like a huge scale besides, I think if I were to scale people up, like maybe if Wags was in my class, I made him put his feet on maybe like a medicine ball or that smaller blue box. The scale down is just on your knees, so that's not really like a difficult scale.
Cool. I really liked two things. I really liked that you gave the total volume for the deadlifts. Not very many athletes are going to walk in doing the math. They're going to walk in thinking heavy, heavy deadlifts, but they're not thinking that there's 50 total. So when you put it into that perspective, you're being very proactive about some of the guys that could potentially do more weight than they should. And so that's a really good way to be proactive about, planting some seeds so that you can go back later when you have to approach someone whose deadlifts are failing and you need to take weight off the bar. Hey, remember when I said you're doing 50 of these? Right? The other thing I really liked was you coach the rest. Right, guys, don't forget to coach the rest. There's a long rest in there. That's so important to teach people how to rest.
I actually totally forgot the split thing. I just read that at the bottom. So
Yeah.
I have to go over that.
Yeah. Same thing on the Airdyne. They get a lot of time to rest. There's so many good opportunities in this workout to orchestrate the interaction between the athletes, especially at the end on the Airdyne. They should all finish with a huge endorphin rush at the end of the Airdyne, but they should be feeling super good if you orchestrate that interaction on the Airdyne, like people cheering as they're going. So keep that in mind. Good job, Teresa. All right, let me get, yeah, go ahead. Krista, will you give me Wednesday? Maybe not. Krista, go ahead and mute your mic. My bad. Never mind. Avery, give me Wednesday.
I would open up with the workout. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Remember,
Okay.
It's not about the workout. It's about them feeling good. What are you going to say?
I'd start with an icebreaker, go around, kind of see what their favorite thing of the week they've done so far for Friday Night Lights preparation, and see who is and who isn't signed up already, and ask them to come out for Friday to see if they enjoyed it. As well as when I came to the workout, I would go ahead and tell them about the part A and part C need to be as close as possible, and to not sandbag the runs, box jumps, or toes to bar, but don't. And I know you're going to say don't say sandbag. So
Try it again.
I would word it with A and C need to be as close as possible, and to to maintain your effort levels through both workouts to you're not falling off completely.
Better. Much better.
Also, keep it off the red line so you don't end up hurting yourself for the remainder of the week. Then going into B, if it is a smaller class, which usually I have 545 on Wednesday, it's going to be larger. I'd have them stay in place. But going up to it, I would caution people that if walking lunge isn't in the cards, for a lot of them that 16-1, they have bruises right below their tibs. On the front of their tibs, it would be easier for them to just not bang their knees into the ground and just go as low as possible. But and the toes to bar would be scaled with candlesticks if they have them, but I would try to see if they can all do toes to bar or knee raises. Box jumps would be 20 to 24 inch, 24 for guy, 20 for female, just so we can get the RX in. And the 100-meter run, if they can run it, they can. If not, I would Airdyne with it being the slowest person. And with a new person that comes in, I would probably cut the height of the box jump and go with candlesticks for them first off, and on the lunges it would be in place and would be to their maximum depth they feel comfortable going with for the day.
Okay. Yeah, I'm really glad that you said with a lower box for the box jumps and didn't automatically go to step-ups. Someone's never done box jumps before. Getting them jumping onto something.
Yeah.
A 25-pound plate, the small box, is a huge, huge, huge win, and that's an opportunity for you to really celebrate that. Don't miss that opportunity.
And I'd also coach the 2-minute walk around so you can buffer some of that lactate without sitting there and just letting it build up and causing more pain in the legs.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep in mind on the candlesticks for toes to bar, they may be doing candlesticks again on Thursday. So I think hanging knee raises, they may not get a chance to hang from the bar again if they weren't there Monday.
But also with that too, as well as a lot of the people that did Friday Night Lights, their hands might still be tore up or at least a little sore. So keeping them off the bar might be better too as well.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Just a couple of things here on the mod. Hollow holds and arch holds. Avery, I'm gonna give you some feedback from what I saw you and Winners do on that class with everybody in the circle when you had them doing dead bugs. Be very careful how you position yourself on that. If you've got everybody in a circle laying on the ground and you've got one person standing in the middle, standing tall, hovering over, it's what's the word I want? I mean, you get caught in the middle of the circle. You can't really give good feedback to people, but you've lost them because you're not on their level, right? You're gonna get better response from people by getting down on their level, maybe getting to the edge of the circle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. It was very dictatorship, for lack of a better word. Having your big presence standing above everybody in the middle. Right, get a little bit more on their level. I think you're going to get a better response from them on that. On the hollow holds and arch holds, you should fix these. Right, don't let people get away with keeping their shoulders on the ground, not being in a good position. There's so many opportunities to win and make people better on the hollow holds by putting your hands on and fixing them. They're not being lazy. They just don't know what it feels like to be in a hollow hold. So on something like this, you can't tell them. You have to physically put them there, right? Should be getting very, very, very hands-on with the hollow holds. Touching people on the low back on the arch holds, letting them know where they should feel it, especially the newbies.
Okay.
All right, very, very high touch on that mod.
Okay.
Keep going over. Okay, we're running over a little bit, so I'm gonna leave it at that. I want you guys to kind of be thinking about that kind of stuff at the whiteboard, though. How am I getting across the intention of the workout in such a way that people want to scale it the way that they need to scale it for their own good? So you're not having to battle people on the scaling, right? Does that make sense? On Thursday with that chipper, give me one way you could scale the hang power snatch if you have a whole bunch of new people in the class, because it's going to take a long time to teach a snatch, overhead squats, cleans, and push press. You're going to lose them. They're not going to walk out of there feeling successful. What's a really easy scale for the snatch? Yes, Kaylee got it. Go kettlebell swing. It gets them using their hips exactly the same way. All right, takes the complexity out of it and the coordination needed out of it. They'll get a great workout in. They'll get the adaptation we're looking for. All right, let brand new people do kettlebell swings there and let them know that we will continue to work on the snatch, that they'll get there. Clean push press, all of those are good. That way you can focus your time on getting the clean right, on getting the push press right, making them feel really good. All right. Cool. Announcements for this week. Make sure people know that they can come to Friday Night Lights, even if they're not signed up. Second, we will have a specific volunteer sign-up sheet for a specific position and a specific time. All right, I know Drew said that there were a lot of things falling through the cracks, and I take complete responsibility for that and not assigning certain tasks to people, something that should have gotten done. That's my fault. It was chaotic otherwise, but we will fix that moving forward. All right, so please show the volunteer clipboard at the classes. Let people know they can volunteer they can sign up to be a volunteer. Last, if you guys weren't at the very end of Friday Night Lights, you guys were, but a lot of the athletes were not there at the very end when we made the announcement about the boxes going to Afghanistan. So in week 2, starting tomorrow, you guys are going to see 4 boxes in front of the whiteboard. They've got a color for each team. The goal is to have the team bring in items that are going to go to a care package in Afghanistan. The team that brings in the most stuff is going to get a whole slew of bonus points. I think whoever has David Shepard in their group said that they were getting a prize. You might need to correct him on that. Cool. So make that announcement, because I'll put it on the Friday Night Lights page, and I'll put it on the social club, but a lot of people just weren't there. So let people know where the boxes are. And I believe we got a row clinic this week, don't we? Thursday and Saturday. All right, so make sure you guys are announcing that row. It's going to come up at some point in the open, and they can really save themselves a lot of energy by being efficient on the row. Kaylee says she needs assistants and coaches. And I'm pretty sure that Tracy is scheduled to do Saturday, but now that we've got the enlistment day on Saturday, or opening day, I don't think she's going to be able to do that. Saturday. Okay, Kaylee, you got Saturday, Thursday, and Saturday? Okay. Kaylee's got Thursday and Saturday, but needs help. All right, good job tonight. Those of you guys that explained the workout, thank you so much for stepping up and doing that. It was great. I hope that was helpful. All right, have a good night. Bye, guys.